following the production of WEGL 91.1 FM.
Just want to Roby with the one-handed jam!
WEGL 91.1 FM and WEGL Sports, where every game lives, presents Beauregard men's basketball.
Goodson with a steal. He wants more! And one again!
It's senior night here in Beauregard, Alabama, as the Beauregard Hornets play host to the Tallassee Tigers in an area matchup. Tonight is sure to exhibit a range of emotions. On one hand, intensity for the game of basketball. On the other, a little bit of sadness for those seniors in their last regular season home game on this floor. My name is Levi Fitzwater. Alongside me is my color partner, Riley Brule, as we bring you another broadcast of Beauregard Boys High School Basketball on Weagle via Twitter and YouTube Live. So, Riley, how does this Beauregard team that only has one area win really pull off this upset tonight?
Well, Levi, like you mentioned, they only have that one district win right now. But they were able to beat Valley High School by a score 81-66 earlier in the season, whereas the Tigers lost a close one, 56-57. That just proves what Coach Justin Johnson has always said, that any team in this entire district is beatable tonight.
And just like that, we are already underway here in Beauregard, Alabama, and we will go through some starting lineups during and first out of bounds as Corey Askew for the Hornets has the ball at the top of the key here. He's going to pass it to the wing to Jay Sinclair. Dribble, he's going to pull up and get his shot blocked there by Tyree Turner for Tallassee. And ball's going to stay with the Tigers here as they come down the court. And a quick entry pass there. It's going to be kicked out to the key. That's going to be Jalen Humphrey. He's going to try to drive. Kicks it back out to Tay Collins. Ball's going to go to the corner for a three, and that is good from Jamaica Humphrey of Tallassee. They take an early 3-0 lead here in Beauregard. And just like that, John Goodson and the Hornets are back up the court. He's going to give it Askew. Dribble off the screen for three, bricks it off. Rebound's going to go to the Tigers, and that is Jalen Daniels. He's going to try to go coast to coast here. Runner doesn't fall. Rebound and putback no good by Collins. Beauregard basketball as Jay Goodson is now dribbling up the court here for the Hornets. And he's going to drive in, pull up for a mid-range jumper. And he's going to miss that, but the rebound by Askew, and he's going to pull fadeaway a la Kobe Bryant, and that's the first shot of the night for the Hornets. And that is a 3-2 game here with 6:44 left in the first quarter. And now with the ball out of bounds, we will run through some quick starting lineups with you right here on the floor for the Beauregard Hornets. We have seniors Jeray Arnold, Corey Askew, and Jayon Goodson. We also have Trent Jones and Jason Clare in for the Hornets. And then for the Tallassee Tigers, we have Tay Collins, Jamaica Humphrey, Jalen Daniels, Tavares Griffin, and Tyreek Turner. As Beauregard drives in, gives it to Jeray Arnold, who has a shot blocked by Tyree Turner. He's going to kick it out to Corey Askew. Askew's going to drive a sweet little pass right there to Trent Jones. Ball does not quite go in there. And Tallassee's going the other way. And that will be a charge right there by Tavarius Collins. We got a lot of action going on early here, Riley, don't you think?
Yeah, it's been less than 2 minutes. Score is still pretty low, but there's been a lot of back and forth. This Beauregard team likes to keep it high tempo, and they've come out swinging already.
And that was one of our keys that we thought would allow Beauregard to pull off this upset tonight, would be that tempo and that short bench of Tallassee. And just like that, Askew across the half-court line. He's going to pass it to Sinclair off the dribble, a three, rims out, but the rebound by Arnold, put back a little too strong, and Corey Askew couldn't quite handle that rebound, and it's out of bounds. Tallassee ball. They lead here 3-2 with 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's amazing to see that Tallassee's only given up an average of 23 points in their last 4 games. Beauregard's going to have to find a way to break through that defense, find holes, use their high speed to get past that tough defense and score some big points tonight.
Agreed, as Tallassee finds it inside to Turner there. Not good, and Goodson all the way coast to coast. He's going to try to drive, gets a little bit of traffic, and he's going to make the layup. Beauregard 4-3 here. Tallassee with the ball again, and you're going to have Jamaica Humphrey dribbles in, passes on a nice short corner cut right there, and Jalen Daniels is fouled for Tallassee as he'll go to the line and shoot on that cutting layup. And we're seeing a lot of intensity early, and you kind of can see why. Tallassee is such a good defensive team. I mean, you could have no idea about the game of basketball and look out there and see that length that they have on the floor. Guys like Jamaica Humphrey, as well as Tyree Turner. I mean, those are just monsters out there.
And Turner's standing at 6'6". I mean, that is ridiculous.
And that's going to be a really interesting matchup, seeing Jayon Goodson try to cut inside there. He loves to drive and try to get layups. Not with Tyree Turner down there. Just like that, Tallassee leads 5-4 after making one free throw. Goodson is at the top of the key, trying to cross up a little bit here. Dribble handoff to Askew. Askew's going to drive into traffic, losing control, and that ball is going to be into the hands of Tavares Griffin. And a big dunk right there. That's going to be Tyree Turner. We talked about the length there. Yeah, just a nice cut right there.
That's unstoppable. Down there, right under the basket, jumps up. Nobody on Beauregard can get the height to block that.
No. Trent Jones is the closest, and I mean, even he is at a massive size disadvantage here. As Askew will dribble into this one. He's going to find Sinclair on the wing. Sinclair drives, nothing. Short corner jump shot for Trent Jones, and it's good. 7-6. Beauregard trails with 4:30 left in this first quarter. And Jalen Daniels again, drive, runner, no good. He gets his own rebound, tries to put it back up. And they're going to say jump ball there. Possession will stay with Tallassee. But again, good defense right there by Beauregard.
Yeah, that was good defense. They've really been able to stop that drive to the inside so far. Let's see if it keeps paying off for him.
Jalen Daniels, he's going to inside to Turner, back out. That will be Humphrey, and he drains the three at the top of the key. Yeah. Goodson, Beauregard, up-tempo, going all the way. He stops, nothing there. Finds Trent Jones at the high post, but they're going to say he traveled after the pump fake. Tallassee ball.
Yeah, back to Humphrey. He's already 2 for 2 on threes for the night. He's racked up 6 points.
And when you have a guy like Turner down low with that presence and a guy who can shoot like Humphrey, I mean, it's no wonder to see why this team's 18-3 this year. And there he goes again, Humphrey. Rims that one out. Maybe a little bit of announcer's jinx right there. And Trent Jones gets up and blocks Tyree Turner. Very impressive for Trent Jones. I mean, completely outmatched on the height to get up for that block. And it ends up a foul on Beauregard after the putback attempt from Tavarius Griffin.
Yeah, I believe that one was against Arnold for Beauregard. But one thing I've seen throughout this entire season is Beauregard's been able to out-physical, athleticism. They have way more athleticism than any opponent that I've seen this entire season.
With that. They might lack certain physical stature, but they make up for it in how athletic these guys are and how hard they play. And both free throws are good here from Griffin, and that'll be 12-8. Beauregard trails Tallassee with 3:40 left in this first quarter as Corey Askew takes the ball up the court. He's going to pass it to Sinclair on the wing. Dribble into the paint. He's going to pull up with a jump shot. Doesn't fall. Peyton Porterfield with the rebound, who just checked in the game. Tries the up and under. Gets it blocked, but it goes back to the hands of Trent Jones. Cross-court pass to Askew. 4-3. Just a bit short. That's going to go into the hands of Daniels. Daniels passes to Humphrey. Humphrey up the court here. He's going to pass it over to the corner to Daniels. Drive. Floater doesn't fall. Rebound goes into the hands of Turner. And they're going to say there was a hold on the floor there on Beauregard. I didn't quite see who it was on there, but there were a host of Hornets in that area.
Yeah, not sure who that was on either, but
there were a lot of Hornets in the area, and it will be Tallassee ball under their own basket inbounding.
Beauregard's got to start worrying about foul trouble soon.
That's been a trend for them this year that I've seen a lot. They tend to get a lot of fouls, but you don't hate it because it plays into that aggressive play style that they want to play with.
Yeah, that full court press that they often run, the high tempo, everybody's running up and down the court. They have a long bench. They can get away with some short subs here and there.
And Humphrey off the inbound here. He's going to try to dribble off. Nothing there. He's going to kick it out to Griffin. Griffin slowing at the top of the key. Back to Humphrey. They're just going to slow it down, try to get a half-court offense set up here. And he's going to kick it. Oh, into the corner. Daniels is open for three. Just short, but a good cutting rebound right there by Tay Collins. And, I mean, that man's got length to be playing a guard spot. And here you have Goodson at the top of the key. He's guarded by Daniels. Porterfield comes up, tries to set a pick. Goodson's going to dribble all around into the host of that defense. Trent Jones gets it, fading away, and gets the foul called on Tyreek Turner. Trent Jones will be going to the line to shoot two as Beauregard trails 14-8 with 2:29 left in this first quarter. Excuse me, they called it on the floor. It will be Beauregard ball out of bounds as they kick it into Jay Sinclair. Sinclair off of an Askew screen, going to try to pull up. High post shot doesn't fall, and they're going to call a over-the-back foul, pushing foul on Beauregard after that Tay Collins rebound. And you see early, Riley, that this length for Tallassee really giving Beauregard fits. I mean, they're not getting any second chance looks, and they've been getting relatively dominated down low for most of this game.
Yeah, it's looking dangerous. Tallassee has height advantage, I believe, on every single matchup on the floor right now.
This means you have to play into this crowd that you have here tonight, and just like that, there is a three from the corner from Tay Collins for Tallassee. Score 17-8 here as Beauregard trails. Goodson, he's going to drive, finds a wide open Porterfield under the basket, and that'll get the crowd back into it. And I apologize, now it is 17-8. We do have a couple of lights out on that scoreboard, so it is hard to tell sometimes. Ball goes into the corner. Humphrey misses the three. Oh, long rebound, Sinclair. He's going to run all the way, and they are going to call the foul on the shot there. I thought for a second they weren't going to call that, and it looked like he got whacked hard.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
He went flying through the air, and I was thinking,
I thought
he got hit somewhere.
Yeah, I thought that could have been a lot worse. Both players were sprinting down the court. I'm glad both players landed on their feet, thankfully.
Yes, good to see that as Sinclair makes the first free throw here. 17-9, Beauregard trails Tallassee. A minute 27 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, Beauregard's been on a little bit of a drought recently. They scored 6 points pretty quickly, and now they're just now hitting double digits this late into the first quarter.
And just like that, 17-10. And yeah, you really want to clamp it down defensively right here. Try to make a little run here to end this first quarter. As that won't help. They find a wide open Tyreek Turner down low. And just a quick foul. And I'll give him that one. That one's not a bad foul there. I mean, if you're going to foul him, make sure he misses it. Regardless, Tyreek Turner will go to the line to shoot two here and can extend this Tallassee lead to 9. First shot is good. 18-10, Tallassee leads Beauregard with a minute 15 left in this first quarter. And, I mean, he is just a monster among this Beauregard team. And second one's good. 19-10, minute 15 left, Beauregard ball. Inbound to Sinclair, back to Askew. And Askew dribbles up the court. He's going to get a screen from Jones. He's going to drive, loses the handle. And that's going to be a turnover. It's going to be Tallassee going the other way. Griffin at the top. He's working on Goodson. Inside, down low to Turner. And they're going to say he was camped down low. 3 seconds in the lane. Beauregard basketball.
Yeah, it's hard. He's got to keep moving, especially even though he is so big down in the paint. He can't just continue to stand there for longer than 3 seconds.
Yeah, and the way this game's been going, I mean, Beauregard didn't directly have anything to do with that turnover, but it's one you'll take when you're trailing 9 here in the first quarter.
Of course.
And Goodson passes over to Gordon, who just checked into the game for the first time. Gordon working on Humphrey into Porterfield. Porterfield with a pump. Oh, a nice little find for Trent Jones, but he misses the layup. Trent Jones fighting for the rebound, and it ends up in the hands of Tallassee. On the run. Oh, and a bad pass. It's going to be Goodson who takes over. And he's going all the way, tries to find Gordon down low. That pass is stolen by Humphrey, and he's going to slow it down here. with 18 seconds left in the first quarter. They can hold the ball for the last shot here. And Humphrey dangerously close to that half-court line. Gordon guard him. He's going to get a screen from Hughley. And they're going to call a travel right there on Humphrey, and that'll be Beauregard basketball with what appears to be 4.8 or 5.8, somewhere around there. Again, not a lot of time left. Oh, and they find Sinclair at the buzzer, just a bit off, and that's the guy you want in that situation. Last shot of the first quarter, Jay Sinclair just doesn't quite get there.
Yeah, Sinclair and Goodson for Beauregard combined for about 2/3 of their points for the entire season. And they're going to be relying heavily on them tonight. So far, Sinclair's got 2, and Goodson has a pair as well.
And it's really hard when, especially a lot of Jayon Goodson's game is his drive to the basket. And when you have a guy like Tyreek Turner, like you said, 6'6" down there, I mean, it's hard for Jayon Goodson, who just probably about 5'10", 5'11 and a half, if I was to take a rough estimate. It's not going to end well for him most of the time.
Yeah, back when I was in high school, we had a pair of guys who were between 6'8" and 6'10", and it was just impossible for any team to drive down, and now I can see exactly why here as well. It's going to be tough. Beauregard has a lot of work to do to try to break down this the Tigers' defense here. But that's only one quarter gone. There's still 3 left to play. There's plenty of time left.
Yeah, when you have a guy over 6'6" in high school, it's usually kind of like a cheat code, especially when you're playing some of these smaller schools. And, Beauregard isn't, 5A classification. They're not a tiny school, but they don't have that height to match up with Tyreek Turner. And we are back to action here. Goodson's going to pass it to Sinclair. He's going to try to drive baseline. Nothing doing. He's going to find Gordon at the top of the key. 3-ball launch, and it's good. 19-13 here. Beauregard is trailing Tallassee at the start of the second quarter. And that's going to be Humphrey again. He's going to find it into the corner to Griffin. And Griffin in low to Tyreek Turner. He's going to kick it back out to Humphrey. Drive, fade away, kind of a running fader. And that's going to be good, 21-13. That was a difficult shot right there for Humphrey. Gordon, just like that, all the way. He's going to try to run a little Euro all the way, coast to coast, gets fouled, going to the line. And just like that, Beauregard with a chance to score right here at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're going to need to make both of these two here. Keep it within 6.
It's hard to read that scoreboard
yes,
over
it
there.
Is. Some of the lights are out.
Some of the lights are out. You kind of have to guess sometimes. It is 21-14 as Gordon makes the first shot. It's definitely hard. And speaking of hard, Beauregard, I mean, just like that, you saw that shot made from them as Zed Baird gets the rebound and then loses it. I mean, Tallassee makes a shot, and then you look up, Gordon's already down under the basket getting fouled. So that's what they need to do to get back in this game. Try to outpace Tallassee. As the ball will go to Humphrey, and he is going to have it at the top of the key. He's going to pass it. Goodson tried to get a steal right there. Didn't quite get it into the corner. It goes 3-ball. No good right there from Tay Collins. Ball, Griffin trying his hardest. Not good that time. Ball ends up in Sinclair's hand on the rebound. Goodson to Zed Baird on the tip, and a nice lay-in in transition. 21-16. Beauregard trails by 5 with 6:30 left in the second quarter. Humphrey, top of the key. He's going to pass it over to Hughley. Hughley passes it to Turner, and they're going to call a foul on the floor on Beauregard. I think that's on Zed Baird, but I can't be 100% sure. Yes, and that foul will be on Zed Baird. And you can't really blame him. As Tallassee inbounds the ball under their own basket. A quick layup right there goes to Tavarius Griffin. Just like that, Beauregard all the way down the court. Jay Sinclair driving. Basket, good. Beauregard trails 23-18. Now Tallassee trying to show a little bit of up-tempo here. Griffin has the ball top of the key, guarded by Goodson. He's going to go to the corner. And, a bad pass there. Almost stolen by Zed Baird. He knocks it away. He couldn't quite get it inbounds, but you love the hustle.
Yeah, he was sprinting down the field. That's exactly what Coach Justin Johnson wants from this Beauregard team. They've kept the tempo up through the second quarter as well. The entire 8 minutes of the first quarter and the first 2 minutes here in the second, they've kept the pace up. Who's going to break first? That's the real question.
I think that's what's allowed them to get back in this game as Humphrey drives and gets a nice little runner in the lane 25-18 here. Beauregard trails as Gordon taking the ball up for the Hornets. Dribble handoff. No, he faked it. He's going to pass it. High post. Trent Jones out to Goodson in the corner. Goodson working on Hughley. Oh, a drive and a dish. Zeb Baird for three. Oh, it's just short. Rebounded by Humphrey. Humphrey going the other way. He's going to drive, and he's going to get fouled there by what appears to be Tyler Gordon.
Yeah, Humphrey's got 10 on the night already.
I mean, those 2 threes early. I mean, he didn't look like he was going to miss one, and he's shown after those 2 threes the ability to drive as well.
Yeah, it's a dangerous threat for the Hornets right now. They have Beauregard has to figure out a way to shut him down. As he makes a free throw there. It's 11 points already.
He has definitely been a thorn in Beauregard's side as Beauregard trails Tallassee 26-18, 5:24 left in the second quarter. Second free throw is good from Humphrey. You got a couple of subs coming in for Tallassee. Humphrey going to get a little bit of a break here as Jalen Daniels checks back into the game, as well as Tay Collins will catch a break here with Jamar May. And Goodson dribbles up the court here for Beauregard. Try to get a little bit across there. Dribble handoff to Byron Mason, who slips a little bit, and they will call the travel. So not an ideal position for Beauregard. You're down 9 here. You cut it to 5. You got some subs in. You had a chance to, kind of keep up with Tallassee a little bit, and you get a bad turnover like that. And active hands for Sinclair, knocks it out of bounds on the sideline. Tallassee ball still. And inbound is going to go to Jalen Daniels, guarded by Byron Mason. And ball is going to go into Griffin, drive, and he's going to score on Zeb Baird. And, a bad inbound pass is stolen by Tallassee. It's going to go out to Griffin. They're going to slow down for a half-court offense. Griffin drives, tries to spin, and they're going to call the travel on that. Good defense right there by Trent Jones, just standing up.
Yeah, that was a great call there. He did travel. I was worried that they were going to call a foul on that, or call it the other way, but
yeah, I agree with you.
He was definitely walking.
I agree with you. I thought they were going to call a foul. I'm glad they made the right call here. As Byron Mason working on Jalen Daniels at the top of the key. Oh, he tries to nutmeg him, doesn't work. Gets to Trent Jones. He's going to sling it over to Jason Clare. Jason Clare, step back, 3. Hits good, and that'll get the crowd back into this one.
That's 7 for Sinclair on the night. He's starting to heat up pretty quick.
And you can hear the crowd getting a little bit into it now. Been relatively quiet since that girls' game that was really close. And, I mean, it felt like the roof was going to fall off this when we were sitting here preparing.
Yeah, we were prepping for this game, and the girls won it by a score of 50-47, I believe, with a late-minute comeback. They were down about 20 at halftime, and they came back and won it very late in the game. It was exciting to watch.
Yeah, I got here around the second quarter, and it didn't even look like it was going to be a close game, but they really did something good, and the boys definitely need that kind of crowd impact here as Jalen Daniels for Tallassee. He is going to pass it over to Devin Lee. Ball's going to end up in the hands of Griffin over on the wing. And that's going to go back to May. May, he's going to sling it over to Hughley for 3, and he answers with a 3 of his own. Beauregard, just like that, right back up the court. Jayon Goodson, he's kicking it to the corner. Zeb Baird, 3, rattles it in. 3 straight threes for these teams. Let's see if Tallassee has another one. Hughley dribbles up the court. He's going to pass it over to Griffin. Tavarius Griffin into the corner. That's Jamar May. Short, not good. Zeb Baird, rebound. Oh, and a pass just too low for Jason Clare. It bounced at his feet, out of bounds, and that'll be Tallassee basketball.
Yeah, unfortunate there. They were really trying to get those fast break points, and last week when I was here last time, they capitalized on that. They had, I believe it was 30-something fast break points over the entire the game, and that was a primary driving force of their offense, and they've got to keep that going here tonight.
Yeah, that's just been a big part of this Beauregard team all year. Those fast break transition points, haven't been able to get to it tonight, and because fast break starts with the defensive end. And Tallassee's been scoring almost at will, so it's hard to really get into a situation where you can get those fast break points. As we have Griffin getting fouled right there for Tallassee. He'll be going to the line. And you see Eston Harris is in now for Beauregard. Hasn't gotten much playing time this year, but he is definitely probably the best player for this Hornets on Tyreek Turner.
Yeah, coach is definitely going to be making a tactical substitution there to try to match up size-wise.
32-24. Beauregard trails Tallassee by 8. Second free throw, no good. Eston Harris immediately making an impact, putting a body in there. Doesn't quite get the rebounds. It goes out of bounds for the Tigers. And Tallassee will inbound underneath their own basket. Good defense. Ends up into the hands of Hughley, who drains a 3, and that will extend this lead to 11. Goodson all the way, and he's going to get fouled on the floor.
Yeah, that was a long 3 from Hughley. He had probably about 2 feet behind the line. That's 2 threes for him on the night. And
I mean, this Tallassee team, I mean, I haven't seen anything that they've done bad all night. I mean, they've been that good at everything they've done tonight so far.
That's why they're 18-3 right now and 4-1 in district. They're a tough team to beat. They've made 5 threes on the night already. It's pretty dangerous.
And I'm not quite sure what happened there. I mean, it looked like Jayon Goodson got fouled going to the basket, but it appears they're calling a technical foul on somebody for the Hornets, as Jalen Daniels is shooting free throws at the other end. I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe Coach Johnson got hot or Jayon Goodson got hot after he got grabbed. But they definitely are calling a technical foul on somebody from the Hornets. And both free throws from Daniels are good. It's a 13-point game here. 37-24, 3:10 left in the second quarter. Tallassee basketball. And now Eston Harris is also checked out of the game, and you have Alex Cash in as Trent Jones with a nice steal. Oh, the Euro, and he gets whacked. Oh, and Trent Jones in the face of Jalen Daniels.
Yeah, they're talking smack now.
They're getting chippy. Definitely getting chippy. And I mean, to be honest, I kind of like that from Beauregard because it's going to get this crowd into it.
Yes.
And you hear it. You hear it now that the crowd's getting into it. Get a little bit of fight back in you. Get in their head. Get under their skin.
Yeah, the closer this game gets and the more physical this game gets, it's definitely going to favor Beauregard as they have the athleticism behind them to back it up and to push on further and later into this game.
And crowds love it when teams get chippy. You hear it every single time. And, you know, this is a relatively packed arena here. So, I mean, the more crowd advantage, the better. As Trent Jones does miss his first free throw. We'll see if he makes the next one here. Bounces that one off, and the freshly checked in Tyreek Turner gets the rebound, and he's going to kick it to Jamaica Humphrey, who has definitely been a stud here for Tallassee tonight. He's guarded by Goodson. He's going to pass it to Griffin. Oh, inside to Tyreek Turner. You got the freshman Cash guarding Turner, and he spins, and they're going to call a foul on the floor, and that'll be, they'll call a foul on the shot, and that'll be two free throws for Tyreek Turner there. And a guy like Tyreek Turner, he's going to try to take advantage of Alex Cash down low. And, you know, Cash, a lot of size on him himself, but he is a freshman. He's a young guy, hasn't got a lot of playing experience this year. This is a true test for him here tonight.
Yeah, that experience is definitely going to, lack of experience is definitely going to hurt him down low, especially against such a large presence like Turner. But let's see how it goes as the match goes on.
This is one of those matchups that he'll look, as a freshman, he'll look at in, you know, a couple years from now. This could be that moment where he really turns the table and uses something like this and remembers that, and just, he can answer the call here tonight as Turner makes the second of his free throws, misses the first, 38-24. Goodson all the way for the Hornets. Stops at top of the key. Working on Hughley. He's going to give it to Sinclair. A screen from Jones. 3 launched. Doesn't fall, but Jones gets the rebound. Out to Goodson on the wing. He's going to sling it to Baird. Baird at the top of the key doesn't fall, and that is a big rebound from Tyreek Turner. And the ball is going to go to Humphrey here. They're slowing this game down as Goodson is on Humphrey. Oh, and a good steal right there on a bad pass from Zeb Baird all the way. That layup is good, and that's what you need if you're Beauregard. Right there.
That's 7 for Baird on the night. Unfortunately, though, he's about 1 for 4 on threes.
If he could get a few more of those to fall, as the beautiful fadeaway from Humphrey goes down. And it seems like anytime Beauregard gets some life, Humphrey is the one who answers. And Goodson drives in. It's going to get tangled up, and that'll be a jump ball. And it's going to go in favor of Tallassee. 40-28, we believe, is the score here with 1:44 left. It could be 26. Again, we are missing some lights. We'll say 40-28, 1:41 left in this first half. Tallassee basketball, they lead here. And Jamaica Humphrey, he's going to pass it over to Hughley at the wing. Cross-court pass. Oh, almost goes out of bounds, but May corrals it. Inside short corner to Tyree Turner, but he misses the dunk with Cash around him. Goodson all the way here, and he lays it up, but doesn't fall as Humphrey tried to set up for the charge. Oh, and a deep pass down low to Hughley, and he misses the layup, but it is going to be gathered by Turner on the trail. Comes back, ends up in the hands again of Hughley.
Oh,
Shot
boy.
doesn't go, ball goes knocked out of bounds, and I think it's going to be Beauregard basketball here. That was a scrum, if I've ever seen one.
That was back and forth. Pretty good defending from both teams there. As it was back and forth for quite a while. No foul was called on either end.
I mean, for Beauregard to come out with no points scored there from Tallassee is huge. I mean,
Yes.
that's where Tallassee can dominate Beauregard, is those second chance opportunities, and Beauregard held its own. As now Jason Clare has the ball at the wing spot for Beauregard, gets a little bit of a screen from Cash. Short corner, Trent Jones hesitated, and they'll call a travel on that one. They said he moved his feet just a little bit on a start.
Yeah, unfortunate there. That could have been a really good possession for Beauregard, as they're going to need everyone they can get right now.
That is definitely the case here. As Humphrey dribbles up the court, I mean, 37 seconds left. Tallassee can hold for the last shot here if they so choose. And it's back and forth. Hughley, Goodson tries to gamble. Humphrey is just dribbling around. He's probably just going to dribble his clock out as far as it can go. He has John Goodson on him. Oh, he's going to get past him. Into the short corner to Turner. Back out to Humphrey, just toying with him, trying to waste as much time as he possibly can. He gets by Goodson. He's going to drive up and under, and it is blocked hard by the freshman, Alex Cash, but I think they might have – no foul. Good, no foul there. Just a big block by Alex Cash.
Yeah, that looks clean all the way from where we're standing.
I said we don't have the best vantage point on that one, but, again, like we said earlier, as a freshman coming into this important of a game, you answer the call with a big block right there. Oh, the inbound. Humphrey gets a nice screen but misses the three. Long rebound on the corner. Saved. Back out. Shot. No good at the buzzer from Tay Collins. And that'll end this first half here. I mean, just a lot of bouncing around there. And, again, you see the height coming in as, man, Tay Collins gets the ball, saving it out of bounds, throws it halfway across the court to Sindarius Hughley, and I mean, he was just able to get up higher than Sinclair and get the ball and save it, and that didn't result in points, but it got them an extra shot, and that's been the story of this half.
Yeah, you can see Beauregard's really trying to establish their fast-paced, up-tempo game, and they have. The game has been very fast-paced so far, but they're not converting when it matters. They've averaged about 50% field goal percentage over the season, and it's looking a little lower tonight. Hopefully they can turn that around. Justin Johnson's going to talk to him at half.
I mean, it's definitely been a different kind of Beauregard basketball game that we've seen. I mean, they've been doing what they want to do. They've been getting a lot of up-tempo, but their lack of presence defensively in this game, and I wouldn't even call it lack of presence defensively. I mean, Tallassee has just played an excellent game. They have completely outmatched Beauregard so far tonight on the offensive and defensive ends. But you got to do something. You got to make an adjustment here in the second half to limit them so you can get your press set up and make this game more favorable for you. But with all of that being said, we're going to take this into the halftime break as well. I'm Levi Fitzwater alongside Riley Brule, and we will be back in a little while just to bring you the second half of Beauregard High School basketball as they take on the Tallassee Tigers here in Beauregard, Alabama on senior night, live on Weagle, Twitter, and YouTube.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult and trying personal problems every day on my TV show, but there's one problem that's just got me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. That's 1 in 5 kids who may not know where their next meal is coming from, despite the fact that there's more than enough healthy, nutritious food out there to feed them all. Now, I don't know about you, but that is unacceptable to me. Luckily, the Feeding America network of good people is out there collecting surplus food and giving hope to hungry children and their families at local food banks all across the country. But let's face it, they can't do it without your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Making sure the air in your home is healthy for your family to breathe. Make sure you test your home for the presence of radon. It's easy. To learn more, call 866-730-GREEN. Preserve your family's health and well-being. Get your home tested. That's living healthy and green.
Make it green. Green, green. Make it green. It's your home, it's your dream. It's your dream.
Make sure you test your home for the presence of radon. It's easy. To learn more, call 866-730-GREEN.
A message from the U.S. EPA.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel? Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman. Let's break for lunch.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Harrison Smith. You may know me from my work as Scuba, one of the hosts of the hit award-winning show Nerdcore on Weagle 91.1 FM. But what you may not know about me is that I'm a website enthusiast. That's why I'm here to tell you about WeagleFM.com. It's our hotspot on the web with live broadcast articles and more. It's like a gift that keeps on giving. Tune into your favorite shows at any time with a 24/7 online stream right on the homepage. And don't forget to check out the schedule for our station's full selection of music, sports, and talk shows. For the sports fans, there's there's articles aplenty covering all of the current events in football, basketball, and beyond. For those music fans, Weagle FM has got you covered. We have album and concert reviews and theme playlists for any mood. We even have live musical performances with Weagle Sessions. There's more than enough content here to keep you procrastinated when you really should be studying for that test. That's right, we know you've been slacking off. Get back to it, lazy. So, no matter what sound you're looking for, we've got it only on WeagleFM.com. That's WEGLFM.com and Weagle 91.1 FM, Auburn.
Attention men under the age of 35. You know what really impresses the ladies? When a guy has a few drinks and later gets pulled over for buzz driving. That could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. There goes let's grab dinner and a movie. Oh, I know. You drive more carefully when you're buzzed. You've proven that hundreds of times. A woman admires that kind of confidence. And you've practiced how to speak if a cop does pull you over. Slowly, clearly, and politely like, "Good evening, officer." A woman admires that kind of foresight. And what woman doesn't find it adorable that you call it buzzed even though the law calls it drunk? You could kiss $10,000 goodbye, along with any chance of having a girlfriend. Because nothing says, "I'm a catch," more than a guy who lives in his parents' basement and calls it my place.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
And welcome back. We are a minute away from second half action here in Beauregard, Alabama, as Beauregard trails Tallassee 28-40 here on senior night. Again, Levi Fitzwater alongside me as my color partner, Riley Brule, and it was definitely an intense first half. Did not go in favor of the Hornets, but they're down by 12. They have a chance to really come back out here in the second half. I'm curious to see what Coach Johnson has in store for us, what adjustments he made at halftime.
Yeah, this Beauregard team averages about 56 points per game, and they're going to have to definitely knock that number up tonight.
Oh, yes. They're going to need to get as many as possible. They're going to have to really come out and – I mean, this is a tough Tallassee defense they're going against.
Yes.
Like you said.
They've averaged 23 points against in the last 4 games.
That's incredible.
That's ridiculous.
And just like that, we are back in action as Goodson for Beauregard kicks it to Caps. He's going to give it to Arnold. Bad pass, and it's going to go out of bounds. Trying to get it to Trent Jones. As you see, a couple different faces here already with Casey Caps checking in. Jere Arnold, who did start, coming in, didn't play too terribly much down the stretch, but a couple of adjustments nonetheless as Humphrey got the ball on Goodson. He's going to dribble all the way, short corner find, and that's going to be a good basket there for Tallassee, and that will be Tay Collins. 42-28 here. Beauregard trails as Goodson working on Daniels. Short corner find to Trent Jones. Hesitates, back out to Goodson. He's got Jason Clare. He's looking one-on-one shot here. Step back, fadeaway three, doesn't fall. Ball goes into Daniels' hands as Tallassee pushing up the court. He's guarded by Caps. Oh, he finds Humphrey, who's kind of open, hesitated. Kicks it over to Griffin. Cross court to Daniels. Oh, he's going to drive. Layup, no good. And they're going to say Jere Arnold got a bit of a hand in there. So he will be going to the line to shoot 2. Not an ideal start here for Beauregard. Let out the quick 2-point shot. 2 empty offensive possessions. And now, a couple free throws here. Daniels, first free throw. He rims off the front. And you will see a 42-28 score here. Start of the second half, Beauregard trails. Daniels' second free throw knocks that one home. And it'll be Jay Sinclair taking it up the court here. And he is guarded closely by Tay Collins. A little stagnant offensively here for Beauregard. He picks up his dribble, finds Goodson. Daniels almost took it away. Goodson driving all the way to the hole. Oh, and he finds Cash on the short corner, the freshman with the jumper. And a deep pass here for Tallassee. Oh, close on the out-of-bounds line. Almost slipped out was Daniels. Humphrey has the ball. 43-28 here is your score. Beauregard trails with 6:30 left in the third quarter. Daniels, top of the key. They're just running out this clock. They're just milking it for all they can. They know how good they are defensively. I mean, they're just taking their time here with Humphrey, just dribbling. Now he's going to go short corner to Collins. Inside to Turner. Turns, and he gets fouled there. I want to say it was on Cash or Casey Caps. And it will be on the freshman, Alex Cash. I mean, just the way Tallassee plays will just suck the life out of you. I mean, they play such suffocating defense, and then they just come down here and they're just dribbling the ball out, taking all the time in the world, and really not letting Beauregard get a chance to get back into this game.
Yeah, Beauregard also hasn't been doing themselves too many favors as they've been getting, they haven't been getting the right looks on basket. They've been focused on the scoreboard really a lot too much, or in my opinion. They really need to be focusing on just getting points right now.
I can agree with that as Turner makes one, misses one, ball goes around, ends up in Beauregard's hand as Goodson drives the court, layup no good, ball on the ground, ends up in the hands of Peyton Porterfield who just checked in. Trent Jones finds it out of bounds. He tries to throw it at a Tallassee player to save the possession. Instead, hits the zebra roaming the sidelines. Tallassee ball.
He winded back like he was going to take a pitch on that one.
Oh, he looked like Derek Jeter off the one hop, just full extension on that throw. And they're going to call a travel as the ball goes into Tyreek Turner. That was some good defense by Beauregard, but there were three Hornets guarding him.
I was just about to mention that. The only reason they stopped him there is that he was completely surrounded by three Beauregard players right there.
I mean, that's the only way they've been able to stop him all night as Sinclair, top of the key. He's going to drive, and, I mean, he hits a stonewall in Turner, who's running the court, finds Daniels up and under, no good. Porterfield pitches it out, ends up in the hands of Humphrey. And a big block again by the freshman Cash. Ball ends up on the ground. Tallassee tries to find it to Griffin as it goes out of bounds. And we said the freshman had to step up when he gets in the game. He's got a couple of blocks, a nice putback.
He's got 2 points on the night as well.
Yeah, I mean,
he's getting involved on all. Ooh. Sorry for the interruption. I'm not sure what happened there.
I'm not sure what happened there. We saw Jalen Daniels kind of fall onto the ground on one knee, and it looked like he might have kind of got bopped in the eye a little bit. Ref over there making sure he's okay. I mean, when you see a player kind of collapse like that, you normally think it normally is better than it looks, but it does not look great when that happens.
He seems to be all right.
And that's good. We hope nothing but the best for him as Goodson takes up the court, guarded by Daniels. He got a screen from Jones. He dribbles in and just hits a wall. That time it wasn't just Tyreek Turner. There was a couple other Tigers down there. I think Humphrey, Turner, and it looked like potentially Tay Collins was in there as well. I mean, he just hit a big wall of yellow when he got there.
Yeah, he went down pretty hard too. He got up pretty quick.
And that's something John Goodson's done all season. I mean, you'll see him he bounces right back up like he's on a trampoline every single time. I mean, he is made of rubber. And he is rewarded here with 2 free throws. Could be huge for Beauregard. Could cut this lead to 14 as he misses the first one. Porterfield checks out, or will check out, maybe not. And Goodson again at the line here. Second free throw, rims around, gets a generous roll. It's good. And he's going to go sit on the bench. You can see him walking gingerly over there. He's going to rest a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely going to need a rest after that one. Get some water, get checked out.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to walk around the corner, probably stretch himself out a little bit as Humphrey has the ball, top of the key for the Tigers. He's going to find Daniels. And a cut, and a good block there from Trent Jones. He's just swatting everything over there. Little high pass over Turner, ends up in Porterfield hands. And Lardarius Webb Jr. playing point guard here. He finds Sinclair, and he goes back to Webb Jr. And he's working on Jalen Daniels. He's going to drive up and under. Oh, man, it was so close. Just rimmed out, but a really good drive there by Webb.
That was one of the more successful drives I've seen from this Beauregard team so far in this second half.
And it's good to see a player like Webb Jr. I mean, he comes into this game, doesn't really play too terribly much, doesn't get a lot of playing time. He comes in immediately, no fear, drives straight to the basket there. As you see Beauregard is implementing this full court press now. Sinclair guarding Daniels. They passed it over to Griffin. And it looks like there's a push off there or a hold on Tallassee. Offensive foul, Beauregard basketball, and they're catching a couple breaks on defense here.
Yeah, they definitely have to make this count on offense. All these points that Tallassee's missing.
And Cash for three, the freshman, again. 44-32 is your score here. They trail by 12, 3:50 left in the third quarter. Oh, a drive there, it's blocked. Oh, and there was a big bump there. Looked like Cash was going for the rebound and just hit Tyreek Turner, if I'm not mistaken.
I've lost count of how many blocks Cash has already. He's checked in pretty late into the game, or late into the first half before. He's made a huge impact already.
And Trent Jones, he fouls Tyreek Turner on the inbound and looks immediately at him, gets in his face. And it just looks hilarious as he's completely outsized by the man, but no back down in him whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, first free throw right here is missed by Turner. I mean, Cash, it's funny, we said it when he came in. He had to make the most of it as a freshman, and here on senior night, he's stepped in, 5 points, good bit of blocks. I mean, he's playing well. The moment has not been too big for him, and he's being rewarded. Coach Johnson has let him play more tonight than he's played most of the season. As the second free throw rims out, ball goes bouncing around, ends up in the hands of Tallassee, and it looks like they get fouled on a putback attempt here, and that will send Tay Collins to the line. Score still 44-32. Beauregard trails by 12 with 3:40 left in this third quarter. And Collins' first free throw hits the front iron and bounces its way in. 45-32 is your score. And a lineup I don't think we've seen all year. I mean, you have a good bit of size in there for Beauregard with Cash and Porterfield as Collins makes the second free throw to extend this lead to 14. Webb, he's guarded by Daniels. Trying to cross, trying to get something going. Daniels suffocating on defense. Webb finds Cash. Oh, and they're going to say an offensive foul. They're going to say he stuck his arm out and pushed off a little bit.
That's tough. Beauregard really hasn't made any of these possessions matter yet this second half, but they have been locking down on defense so far.
Yeah, they've been a lot better on defense so far, and it's going to go to Daniels. He's going to drive to the basket and score. Little announcer's jinx there. 48-32 as Sinclair takes it up the court this time. He's going to find Cash into Zeb Baird in the post. Cash, a three again. Oh, it gets blocked by Turner. And I think they called goaltending on that one. And they're going to count the basket. No, maybe a foul after the shot. Maybe it was on the follow-through. Yeah, it looks like they're going to call Tyreek Turner on the follow-through there. Gets fouled regardless. You got the freshman Alex Cash at the line to shoot 3 free throws here. That's a break that Beauregard needs. But he has to make them count as he misses the first one. Man, this has been some kind of game here. I mean, you have seen.
Yeah, the first half was ridiculously offensive-sided for both teams.
And now it's all defense.
Yes, it's.
And, I mean, it's definitely been something. As Cash makes the second free throw, 48-33 is your score here. And we've been to a good handful of these basketball games, and this is just a lineup that you don't see. You have Webb at the point guard because Goodson took that hard hit and fell down earlier. You have Cash, who's been playing out of his mind for a freshman tonight. Porterfield and Baird trying to get a little bit of size here as he makes the second one. Inbound is to Tallassee. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Humphreys got it at the top of the key, guarded by Webb. And we'll see if Humphrey can get going in this half. Oh, he's going to pull up off the screen. Mid-range doesn't go. Big rebound by Cash as it goes to Baird. Baird finds Webb. Oh, Webb's going to drive. Oh, Portersfield was open down low, and he just could not find the ball. I don't think he was expecting it to come to him, and he had a wide-open layup if he catches that ball.
Yeah, a bit too ambitious. I think he was looking to try to get into position a little bit more before he received the pass, but you always got to keep your eye on the ball in basketball.
And it's like we said, this is a lineup that hasn't been out there a lot, so you got to think that the chemistry isn't quite there, as you would see a lot of this. And now a couple subs here, as Goodson is going to check in for Cash. He's going to get him a break, I think, with 3 fouls, if I'm not mistaken. Drive from Humphrey. Short corner pass to Collins. He makes that. 50-34 here. Beauregard trails by 16. Goodson. Dribble handoff there to Sinclair. Oh, he's going to one-on-one here. He's going to drive into a host. Kicks out. Zeb Baird. Corner 3 is good. 37-50. Beauregard trails with 2 minutes left. And Humphreys taking it back down for the Tigers.
Baird is now leading Beauregard with 10 points on the night so far, and 2 of those are coming from threes.
And a cut, and that's going to be a travel there. Yep. He kind of bobbled the handle there. That is Devin Lee for Tallassee on the cut. And again, Beauregard's catching some breaks here. See if they can make it count here as Sinclair, guarded by Collins, gives it to Goodson. He's going to drive. Oh, Baird wide open again. 3 is good. And it's a 10-point game here as Zeb Baird is pumped. That is a timeout on the floor.
2 threes in a row from Baird.
I mean, look at, he's changing the game. It's 10-point game now. Beauregard trails 50-40, and Tallassee's going to call a timeout here as Devin Lee is getting an earful because that was his man wide open. So Zeb Baird carrying the team on senior night.
There was nobody on that part of the court down there. He was wide open with about 10 feet in all directions.
And it was the same thing. I mean, a good drive from Beauregard. Last time it was Sinclair. This time it was Goodson. And sucked in the defense. Baird's open, and he made him pay. And again, that's what we talked about. Beauregard just has to capitalize, and they're in a really good position now. As lopsided as this game has felt, you're down by 10 with 1:51 left in the third quarter. I mean, if you're Coach Johnson, you have to be happy with the way this game's played out where you're sitting at right now.
I would say happy, but I wouldn't use the word content.
No, not content.
Because you're still down by 10, late into the third.
I'd say I wouldn't, maybe not even happy, just thankful. Thankful
Yes.
that you're in this position with the way this game has been played out so far. And, I mean, it's been everybody. You have guys like, Lardarius Webb Jr., Alex Cash, Zeb Baird. Not your usual guys making contributions. As it will be Tallassee basketball, Daniels has it at the wing spot. He is guarded by Jayon Goodson. Oh, they're going to try to swing it over there to May. Oh, ball is stolen by Beauregard. Sinclair all the way, and that's a 2-point layup right there, and they've cut the lead to single digits. 50-42, Beauregard trails here, and you can hear the crowd getting back into it.
They're on an 8-0 run right now.
That's
This
what
is
you
great
like.
momentum for Beauregard.
And that is what you needed to come out of halftime. Hughley, bounces the ball off of him. It ends up in the hands of Webb. He's on the fast break, and he makes the layup. 50-44, Beauregard's within 6. 59 seconds left here in the third quarter, and a timeout by Tallassee to try to stop the bleeding. Coach Johnson looks to the crowd to try to get them pumped up, and you can hear him, and you can feel this energy in the building has shifted.
Yeah, I think this is the breaking point now for Tallassee. They've run out of energy. They're making a lot of very simple mistakes, not connecting on passes, not getting the rebounds they were in the first half, and it's showing. The cracks are forming, and they're getting deeper.
Yeah, they're making a lot of mistakes here, and one of the big differences is Beauregard is now capitalizing on those. We haven't seen them capitalizing on them all game, and now they are making them pay. And talk about Lardarius Webb Jr. I mean, just a player hasn't played much this year. He comes in, a big steal and a layup right there. He's been playing great defense so far. I mean, you got to give these kids that are stepping up in this game when it matters the most, and you just love to see it for Beauregard as Hughley for Tallassee dribbles up the court again. It's going to go to Griffin, guarded by Sinclair. Oh, he's going to try to find it in, and it's almost stolen by Baird. He read the pass so well. Ball's going to go out to Tay Collins for 3. Doesn't fall, but a tip in by Griffin. Oh, that was almost a big play by Baird on the defense. He read it perfectly, just didn't quite get it. Turnover by Goodson here, and a really good foul there from Sinclair. That would have resulted in an easy transition layup for Tallassee.
Yeah, you can't be giving up those fast break points, especially if you can do something to stop them this late in the third quarter.
And, man, Zeb Baird jumped right in front of that entry pass to Tyree Turner. He's guarded by Porterfield, but Baird read it, gambled, just didn't quite get a handle on it. As it is 52-44, Hughley's going to find it inside. Oh, and it's going to be stolen by Beauregard. Zeb Baird running the other way. He kicks it out to Sinclair. Short corner, 3. Oh, it doesn't quite fall, but the rebound by Baird. He turns around and throws up a shot. I think he thought there was a little bit less time on the clock.
Yeah, he had to.
And they're going to say Tallassee tipped it. It will be Beauregard basketball. 7.6 left, down by 8. 52-44, the Hornets trail. Maybe a little bit of a home cooking call as Jay Sinclair gets it off the screen, misses the 3, rebounded by Hughley. He's got 3 seconds to go all the way. Oh, it ends up in the hands of Webb. I think he traveled a little bit when he got it anyway, but shot no good.
Yeah, he was just trying to set his feet and I guess slipped.
He wasn't expecting the ball to get into his hands because Goodson popped it out of Hughley's hands. It ends up in Webb's hands, and he kind of did a little toe tap on the half-court line.
Yeah.
But again, 52-44 is your score here. Tallassee leads Beauregard by 8 going into the fourth quarter. Riley, how did we get here?
This is absurd. The third quarter, Beauregard held Tallassee to just about 10 points, I believe. It's been absurd. 8 minutes and they haven't scored at all, whereas in the first half they put up over 40.
I mean,
Beauregard defense is really showing up. Like you mentioned earlier, they're capitalizing on mistakes that they didn't in the first half, and that is the game changer right now.
Whatever Coach Johnson told them at halftime, it's working. I mean, and you've seen, we talked about it throughout this broadcast, you're seeing guys step up that, Jayon Goodson hasn't had his best game offensively in a really bad matchup for him. Jay Sinclair, he hasn't played terribly. But, I mean, you're seeing guys like Webb, Cash, Baird, all these guys are stepping up as Tallassee has the ball. It is going to be a foul right there on Webb as he was guarding Hughley. Webb looks disappointed. Tallassee ball out of bounds. He's going to throw it backcourt to Hughley. And Hughley's going to dump it off to Humphrey, who drives by Webb, kicks it to Griffin on the short corner, and they're going to say, travel right there. He moved his feet a little bit too fast before he dribbled.
Yeah, it's things like that Tallassee's getting wrong, and it's costing them. Because in the first half, that would have been an easy 2 points.
Yeah, they've been making
now
those mistakes.
Now it's another turnover.
And we said it going into halftime. Even off the air, we just discussed it between the two of us. We didn't see anything that Tallassee did bad the entire first half, and we've seen a lot of mistakes here in the second half that they weren't making. Beauregard ball here, dribble handoff from Webb to Sinclair. He gets it poked away a little bit, keeps it, and he clears out Webb. He's trying to go one-on-one here against Humphrey. He's going to drive, and he's going to try to get a little runner. Gets fouled, and he will be going to the line here. Again, 52-44, 7:15 left in the ball game. Beauregard trails Tallassee by 8. And I guess they called it on the floor as ball out of bounds. Zeb Baird's going to turn it over, and it's going to lead to an easy 2-point layup from Griffin. Quick pass from Webb, gets knocked out of bounds by Humphrey. And it will still be Beauregard basketball out of bounds on the side. 10-point game here. As Corey Askew checks into the game, have not seen him most of the second half. Get Webb a little break. He has been playing a good portion of this second half. Askew's going to get it into Goodson here, and he is guarded by Humphrey.
Goodson's got to make something happen tonight. He's only got 2 points so far, and he's the second leading scorer for Beauregard. If he can get hot, they're going to change things up in this fourth quarter.
As Zeb Baird loses the handle trying to get it to Porterfield down low. And ball's going to go into the corner to Griffin. Back up to Humphrey, and this is what Tallassee wants to do. They want to milk this clock, not give Beauregard any more chances. Good D from Beauregard, almost gets it away from Hughley. And you've got Askew, Guard, and Humphrey. 6:30 left in this ball game. Tallassee in no hurry. Humphrey tries to dribble to the basket, gets grabbed by Corey Askew, foul on the floor. And that will be out of bounds, or inbound right here from Tallassee on the side. And it will be Griffin who inbounds it to Hughley. Oh, he's going to go inside to Turner. Oh, and a very good cut from Hughley there, and good find from Turner. Straight up, I mean, all the rebounds are going to Tallassee. Man, there's just about a million-second chance putbacks from Tallassee. None of them fall. Ball comes over here. Almost hits us.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about there. I was like.
Regardless, Tallassee ball, inbounds it, quick inside to Griffin. He gets the look, and he makes the basket, 56-44. 6 minutes left in this ball game. Beauregard now trails by 12. They got to get something going on the offensive end. And it's going to be Jay Sinclair. He hits a wall, tries to fade away, and they're going to call a travel there. And I wouldn't be surprised if Beauregard sets up a half-court press here. As it looks like Daniels kicks it back to Humphrey. He's going to take it up, guarded by Askew. Going to go to Griffin. Griffin guarded by Goodson. Size advantage here for Griffin. Let's see if they take advantage. Oh, and a bad pass inside is going to be stolen by Sinclair, but the deep pass doesn't quite get there to Goodson. Humphrey knocks it out of bounds, but it will be Beauregard basketball under their own basket.
They've really got to start making possessions count. They made it count in the third quarter. They capitalized on some, but now they really have to get good looks and make sure they're taking high percentage shots and making those shots.
And just like that, Sinclair gets it 3, which is normally a high percentage shot from him, but just hasn't had that touch tonight. Misses the 3 from the corner. Tallassee has the ball. Humphrey, top of the key, guarded by Askew. He's going to give it to Turner up at the top. He back to Humphrey, guarded by Askew still. And they are just running this clock out with 5:15 left. No shot clock in high school basketball in the state of Alabama. A long pass almost gets stolen by Askew, and Sinclair ends up in Hughley's hands for an open 3. Shoots it, doesn't make it. Ball gets rebounded around, ends up in the hands of Hughley, and it's a travel, Beauregard basketball, and they needed that break.
Yeah, they really did. They're down 12 with 5 minutes to go in the game. It's now or never.
Beauregard just has to get, they just need one shot here. Just a big 3 right here from a guy like Jay Sinclair, Jayon Goodson, Zeb Baird. One of these guys can make a shot here. It'll get them back into a good rhythm. You get the crowd into it, and I think it could really help them carry into this momentum late into this game. As Goodson drives, kicks it to Sinclair. He gets fouled on the drive, and he's going to be shooting 2 at the line.
Yeah, this is huge. Beauregard's only 3 for 5 on free throws in the second half, whereas Tallassee's 4 for 8. So if they can capitalize on these points here and hopefully come to the line a few more times before time expires, they can bring this within a lot closer.
And Jay Sinclair hits his first free throw here, 56-45. 4:45 left in the fourth quarter. And, yeah, just like you said, I mean, they got to make every shot count here. I mean, Sinclair makes both. 10-point game, 56-46. Ball quickly inbounded by Tallassee. Beauregard sets up a full-court press. Tallassee breaks it relatively well. Oh, I mean, just beautiful passing there from Tallassee. I mean, if they can break it and pass like that, easy layups are going to happen. 58-46. Tallassee leads just like that. Goodson, oh, trying to get a little cross action going. Nothing going there for him, though. He dribbles it back out. He's guarded. Pulls up, kicks it to Askew, guarded by Humphrey. Askew's going to try to drive in. He finds a host of Tigers down there, doesn't quite get anything. Goodson drives in, kicks it out to Sinclair. Nothing there. He's going to try to shoot from the high post, doesn't quite fall. Block, gets his rebound, knocks it out of bounds. Tallassee basketball here with 4:05 left.
Yeah, I looked down in the corner over there. Baird was getting a little bit frustrated. He was clapping his hands, asking for the ball. He was open down in that corner, and that is, he's made 3 of those already tonight.
And that's what got him back into this game is Humphrey, quick drive, finds short corner, Turner. Griffin open for 3, pump fake, hesitates, good hold there. Goes into Turner, and a good cut by Griffin. Oh, and an extra pass to Humphrey who cuts. And then another pass to Griffin, and they're going to call 3 seconds in the lane right there, and I have to agree with that call. They had some guys camping down low, so I will give them that. Askew checks out of the game. Tyler Gordon and Lardarius Webb Jr. check into the game here for Beauregard, and you can tell and Trent Jones as well. You got a lot of three-point shooters out there for Beauregard, and one big man down low, and Trent Jones, a guy you trust a lot. Gordon, guarded by Humphrey. Oh, he swings it to Webb. Webb drives. They're going to call a travel. They're going to say he moved his feet a little bit too much. A frustrated Zeb Baird sits on the bench and can only watch.
Yeah, he's to thank to keep Beauregard in this team right now. Him and Alex Cash, they've combined for 20 points so far and most of the defense for this Beauregard team.
Yeah, I'm curious as to why Alex Cash didn't play a bigger role in this fourth quarter. I mean, we saw him dominate the third and just hasn't seen much action since. As the layup from Daniels bounces off but gets tipped in by Griffin. Tallassee now leads 60-48. Goodson with the ball. 3 minutes left in this game. Beauregard trails by 12. And you got to have something here. A big shot is absolutely needed. Oh, and they try to gamble. Sinclair gets it by a three, and it's good. And just like that, you need those kind of shots. 49-60 here. And I apologize. Beauregard has had 46 points, as I've been saying 48 because I cannot see with the light off. And a drive. Easy for Jalen Daniels, 62-49 for Tallassee. Long pass by Beauregard into the corner for Jay Sinclair. He's working on Daniels, loses the handle. They're going to call a foul on the floor on Jalen Daniels. And Jay Sinclair will go to the line to shoot two, down by 13 points. 62-49 is your score. Beauregard trails Tallassee with 2 minutes and 27 seconds left.
This is definitely doable for Beauregard.
And they will not be shooting two. I thought it was double bonus. I apologize. It will be Beauregard basketball under their own goal. Anyway, they kick it to Sinclair in the corner off the inbound play, and that's another three from him. And just like that, it's a 10-point game again. 62-52, 2 minutes left. Tyreek Turner in the corner working on Trent Jones. Doesn't get it, kicks it out to Griffin. Griffin gets past Sinclair. Easy layup. 64-52. Oh, and they quick. Out to Sinclair in the corner. Fade away in transition, and he's got it, and it's good.
That's 20 on the night for Sinclair and 3 threes in a row. He is on fire right now.
55-64. It's a 9-point lead for Tallassee. The crowd's in it. Griffin's got it. He has been the guy to go to lately for Tallassee. And they're going to call a turnover as the ball gets away from Humphrey, and it goes out of bounds. Beauregard basketball. Down by 9, a minute 46 left, senior night, crowd's involved. Riley, you can feel it.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm standing behind a desk right now. I'm not even involved with the game, and I'm excited. They are down by 9. It is a very close game. Sinclair's on fire. Baird's had a phenomenal night. So many people are stepping up here at this last home game of the season on senior night. Wow.
I mean, this has just been incredible. I mean, we've seen Beauregard fight back a couple times now. In a game that it felt like it was over. About 30, 40 seconds ago, it felt like it was over. And then 3 straight threes from Jay Sinclair puts them back into this game. You're down by 9. It's going to be an uphill battle with only a minute 46 left. But this Beauregard team shows no quit in them. And out of that timeout, I think the only thing they said was get the ball to Jay Sinclair.
Yes. If I were this Beauregard team, if I were Coach Johnson right now, I'd say feed Sinclair.
Just get him open, let him make shots. And Goodson, top of the key. Oh, Sinclair, crossing screen. He throws it up there. He got a little whack, but a good rebound by Gordon. But the putback doesn't fall. Rebound by Griffin. Oh, he's going to have it. And he's got it to Humphrey. Minute 29 left here. And a good foul there by Lardarius Webb Jr. Man, that Gordon putback was so close and on the money. Just didn't quite get it to fall.
Yeah, he was a bit contested down low. Hard to get that shot off, especially with the size disadvantage down low.
64-55. Minute 27. Beauregard trails. Humphrey will go to the line to shoot. 1-1 here. First shot up. He knocks it in. 65-55. Down by 10. Minute 27 left here in this ball game. Beauregard trails Tallassee as Humphrey second. He ran. Oh, it almost rimmed out. 66-55. Down by 11. Webb with the ball for the Hornets. Sinclair off a screen. Nothing. Oh, he shakes him. Step back three. Oh, it almost falls, but not. Rebounded by Humphrey. He's going to go all the way. Passes to a cutting Hughley. Doesn't fall. Beauregard's ball. Gordon. He kicks it to Goodson. Goodson drives all the way, and an easy basket for Goodson, just where you need him to step up the most. 57-66, down by 9. 50-something seconds left. Beauregard going to have to start fouling here. You don't want to foul Hughley. He's a good free throw shooter. Almost loses the ball here. Guarded by Gordon. And they're going to call a foul right there on Gordon as Hughley was stumbling there. Again, Hughley will go to line to or Humphrey, I apologize. Humphrey will be going to line to shoot 1 and 1. And if you're Beauregard, you need a couple misses here.
Yeah, 48 seconds to go. It's going to be a close one. They have to rely on the free throws being missed here. And some good opportunities down low on offense.
And the energy, which was so good late in most of this night, is when you need it the most. It's kind of died here. It's almost like this is a home game for Tallassee at this point. I mean, no crowd volume whatsoever to really affect Humphrey as he makes the first of the 1-and-1s.
Literally a minute ago, just over a minute ago, it was completely, it was erupting.
It was deafening in here.
It was
raucous. It was every way you could describe it. As he does miss the second of the 1-and-1, Beauregard trails by 10. Goodson with the ball. I think he's going to go all the way here. Oh, he finds it inside to Trent Jones, and a pass to Sinclair. Loses the handle. Griffin, other way. He's going to go all the way and just gets slaughtered. Jalen Daniels actually blocked Tyreek Turner unintentionally as he came down. His hand hit the ball. No harm, no foul for Beauregard, outside of the fact that they burned about 10 seconds. Deep pass to Sinclair. He's going all the way. Oh, a nice pump fake, drive. Doesn't fall, but he gets fouled. He'll be going to line to shoot too.
Yeah, down by 10, just under half a minute to play. It's not looking great. The crowd's already, the crowd's still here. They've kind of lost the momentum that they had.
Yeah, they just kind of lost that will that they had earlier. Now, Tyreek Turner checks out. He might have just fouled out there. I'm not 100% sure. It's hard to see from our vantage point how many people, who the fouls are being called on. He was down there where the foul occurred. Sinclair's first free throw bounces out. You needed that one. 67-57, 26 seconds left here in this ball game. And Sinclair's next shot is good from the free throw line, down by 9 again. It seems like down by 9's best they can get. Jalen Daniels working on Webb. You got to foul here if you're Beauregard or get a turnover. Ends up to Humphrey and almost goes out of bounds. In fact, it does go out of bounds. And that'll be Beauregard basketball with 13 seconds left.
You got to feed someone here. Get a quick look at a three. Contested, wide open, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You're going to have to drain a three.
And it's going to be Sinclair. Not quite as quick as you'd like to. He's going to drive all the way here. He's going to get the layup with 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and this game is over. Beauregard pulls it to within 7 points. 67-60 is your final score as the Tallassee Tigers come into the Hornets' nest and sting Beauregard on senior night. And, I mean, this game had it all. And it looks like there is some hesitation here for the handshakes. Not quite sure what happened, but now we got them going on. But, Riley, what were your thoughts on that incredible game we just watched?
First half, I wouldn't go as far as to say it was one-sided, but Tallassee definitely didn't make any mistakes. Second half, the third quarter specifically, Beauregard capitalized on Tallassee making some mistakes and getting tired. And then in the fourth quarter, Tallassee seemed to get a surge of energy and bring back that offense.
And just like that, it is time. We will now go ahead and talk to Coach Johnson. He comes over here quick this time. And we now have Coach Justin Dwayne The Rock Johnson before the game with the turtleneck and chain. Yeah, I saw it over there.
Yeah, I tried, man.
Man, looking fresh as ever. Coach, what are your thoughts on that final game? I mean, you guys fought back hard, cut it to 7 points, which it seemed like wasn't going to happen throughout most of this game.
Yeah, man, I can't complain about the effort in the second half. They fought back, like you said. The first half, like I said, I think the biggest thing I told my guys was just fear. They were playing like they knew the team was better than them. So whenever you go into a game with some fear, that's what you get. You get yourself in a hole. But I can't complain about the effort. I mean, it's a loss. It's a loss that we learn from, and hopefully we can move on from that. They can see that they can play with them. That's all I wanted. I wanted them to see that they can actually play with the guys. But they did pretty well at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. Tallassee almost opened up the first half pretty perfect. I mean, they didn't make many mistakes. You come back in the second half and you see them making those mistakes, and it's cut to a 7-point game just like that. And a lot of that was in part for guys who normally don't make the big impacts. I mean, you have freshman Alex Cash out there, couple threes. I mean, he was out there playing hard. You have Ladarius Webb checking in and him playing big minutes. I mean, what do you think about guys like that?
That was more of my hustle lineup, the guys who I know that's going to get an effort, and they're not going to be scared. Cash is a guy that he's so young, he doesn't know what it means to be scared. And like I told you at the beginning of the year, remember his name. Alex Cash will be a huge-time player before he leaves here. And Ladarius Webb, he's a cornerback, so he loves playing defense. So that's what we did. I had to try to put a little defensive lineup up there. But I need like I told you when I win, I need my seniors to play like seniors, and my seniors did not play like seniors tonight. So we're going to have to correct that tomorrow in practice and try to move on from it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that first interview, you saying, remember his name. I mean, he looks just like his brother, but he plays in a mind of his own. I mean, he's crazy out there. Coach, we thank you for all the time. Thank you for letting us come out here, broadcast you guys games, and hopefully we'll see you guys here for a playoff game. Go in there to the area tournament, and good luck to y'all. And
thank you, guys.
Hopefully we'll see another one.
We really appreciate it, man.
Oh, we thank you.
We're going to bring it back to you, man.
Oh, please do. Thank you, Coach. And that was Coach Justin Johnson. He came over here a lot quicker than we expected. Kind of caught us off guard a little bit there. So we went ahead and got him into the game, giving his thoughts. I mean, he kind of recanted a lot of what we said. They didn't play great in the first half. He put a lot of guys in there that he knew was going to give effort, and he was rewarded by it.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like. Coach Justin Johnson, I've interviewed him a few times as well, and every time I interview him, he says that they have a deep bench. They have guys who can make impacts. And every person on their roster tonight seemed to make an impact.
I mean, he believes
at some point in the game.
He believes in the depth of this team, and I mean, you can just hear it talking from him. Great coach. I mean, even better person. Just genuinely loves the game of basketball and cares for these kids and wants to put them in the best position to succeed. So I mean, and I think he's done that. He's really brought that winning culture from Opelika here to Beauregard and has tried to implement that. And we've seen it throughout the season. And this is the last game that we're scheduled to be broadcasting. Again, senior night, last home game. But if they can go up there, win the area tournament, they can host a playoff game here at home, which would be ideal. But they have a big, tough task ahead of them. I mean, you got Tallassee, Brubaker, Valley. Those are some big-time schools that they'd have to go up there and knock off. So, but we've seen that they can hang with these guys, and hopefully it carries over.
Yeah, Beauregard's next game is going to be on Thursday night. I believe it's 7:15 tip-off.
And they'll be
Reeltown.
Oh, nice Reeltown. Funny thing about Reeltown, they have the most uncomfortable benches in the entire state of Alabama. I will die on that hill and say most uncomfortable bleachers you will ever sit in as a fan. Well, with all that being said, I'm Levi Fitzwater again. Alongside me was my color partner, Riley Brule. And, I mean, we had a great time. Thank you guys for listening tonight and throughout the season for Beauregard basketball. And, you know, stay tuned for more action here on Weagle, live on Twitter, live on YouTube. And we'll see you guys for the next broadcast. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to Beauregard Men's Basketball here on WEGL 91.1 FM or online at WEGLFM.com. For more game highlights and full broadcasts, search WEGL 91.1 FM on SoundCloud and on iTunes. Join us again for the next broadcast as the Beauregard Hornets look to fight their way to the state tournament. Go Hornets!
stars, staring with my mouth wide. I ain't letting nobody stop me this time. With every single level that I reach and I climb, they ask, are you from outside, outside? Everything around me I create with my mind. Working too hard, I don't want no downtime. Put my team on, they gon' shine when I shine. We can take this outside, outside. Hey. Looking at the stars, staring with my mouth wide. Yeah. I ain't letting nobody stop me this time. Nah. Every single level that I reach and I climb, they ask, are you from outside, outside? Everything around me I create with my mind. Working too hard, I don't want no downtime. Nah. Put my team on, they gon' shine and I shine. Yeah. We can take this